quick look around your room. I bet that there are messages all around you. There are certainly heaps around me. Now, it seems like people are always trying to tell me something. Like, take my phone, for example. You know, people try to contact me by email and Facebook and FaceTime and Instagram and Teams and Twitter and Zoom, and some people might even try the old-fashioned way and give me a call. Nah, as if. The truth is, we are surrounded by the written messages. Let's see what they say. Let's have a closer look at this magnet here on my fridge. Now, it's got a phone number here, and it says, call nurse on call. And it's full of great information that if someone in our family is sick and we're not sure if we need to take them to the doctors or whether we should be taking them to the hospital, we can ring them and they can tell us this information. This is a very helpful magnet.
Well, it's bin night at our place, which means that I have to fill the bins up, put them down on the street where the dump truck can come and pick them up. The trouble is, I don't know whether this cardboard box goes in the green bin, the red bin, or the yellow bin. Lucky, they've written it on the lid. This has recyclables only, including paper and cardboard. Problem solved.
I'm at my local park and it's a great place to come and have fun with the kids and the dog. And it's very handy because they've put us a sign here to tell us about it. How far away it is, what to do with the dog, and what it's called so we know where we are. Very handy.
Well, it's lunchtime and this is leftovers. Yummy Greek food. This will do the trick just nicely. The problem is, how do I know how long to put it in the microwave to heat it up for? Well, luckily the microwave will actually tell me. It says here, auto reheat, plate of food. Okay, 1, stick it in, off we go.
In our family, one of the things that I do is I make us dinner. Now, sometimes we want something a little bit different and I don't always know how to do it, but these cookbooks are great. All I have to do is read the instructions and it tells me how to make the yummy food.
Here's an oldie but a goodie. This is a calendar from when my kids were little, and you get to stick up things about the day, like the day, the date, even the year. Also, the weather. The only problem is, we lost the little one that said raining. So whenever it's raining, we have to say that it's snowing. Now this is great because we can always know about today because it's stuck up here for us to read. Well, God has used written information for us too. Of course, you won't find them on a street sign or on the top of a rubbish bin. You'll find it in the Bible. Now, this is God's word to us, inspired by Him. It's written so that we all know who He is, what He's like, and how He wants us to live. And it's really handy. It's full of commandments and instructions. It's got stories and parables. It's got poetry, praises, prayers, and prophecies. Even words that can be used as songs. But where did we get it from?
Some people watched and listened to what God was saying and they wrote it down for us. That was so very helpful, especially for those of us who are a bit forgetful. God's written word means that we can go back and look things up again later. You know how sometimes people say stuff and you don't quite catch what they say or you didn't quite hear it properly? Well, God has given us a book. And we can keep going back and looking at what God was saying to make sure that we got it right. And some parts are hard to understand, but it's written down. So we can go and check a second time, or maybe we can even ask a friend.
Yep, I'm glad that God wrote this message for us. It was a genius idea. We even get to hear from people who hung out with Jesus way back then in the olden days. The trick is to actually read it and not just to leave it on a shelf where it collects dust. Maybe you should check with your mums and dads about the best place to start, and you could all read it together. After all, this is God's word. It's His message to you. So it's time for us to read it and to do what it says.
Now I know that there is a message in here somewhere.